I want to thank you. I want to thank Mr. McAfee and for the selection committee for considering me for this honor. I forgot I told them all that stuff when I put this in my notes here, so forgive me if I repeat a little bit. I'd also like to thank the community, Pratt community, for all the years of support of the school and all the young men and women that go here. I'd like to also thank my mom and dad, Robert and Jeannie Larson, they're down here somewhere, for all the years of patience and direction that they've given me and invested into my life. My sister Beth and her husband Martin, thank them for coming today. Beth, unfortunately, she was a youngster and was drug all around the country, attending the sporting events that her older brothers were participating in. Also, my sister-in-law, Carol Newman. Carol is the wife of my adopted big brother, Ed Newman. We lost Ed 5 years ago to cancer, but his memory is still live and strong with us. To my older brother, Bob, who through his example helped mold me into the person that I am today. And of course, I want to thank, as he said, my lovely wife, Linda, and my 3 children, Josh, Sarah, and Connor, for helping to develop the person that I'm becoming now. You know, my favorite verse in the Bible has always been Jeremiah 29:11. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for good and not for evil, plans for a future and a hope in a future." As I go through life, I can look back with vivid clarity and see His hand guiding me down the paths that I ended up on. That path began here in 1970 when my brothers Bob and Ed came to Pratt Community College. Little did I know how their decision at that time was going to affect my future. As some of you might remember, 1970 was the year where most of the football team of Wichita State was killed in a plane crash, actually in Colorado. And I was recruited by them, and I decided at that time that that was the school that I was going to go to. Then one day, just before I was going to sign with Wichita State, a very polished coach named Chuck Shelton showed up on our front doorstep. The next thing I know, I was on a football field out in the middle of nowhere, attending Pratt Community College. Actually, my experiences here turned out to be one of the highlights of my life. I was blessed, as he said, to have a team full of wonderful coaches, Virgil McKenzie, Mo Cotter, and John Salavanis. Not only were they each good coaches, more importantly, they were all very good men. We also had some very talented players at that time. A.J. Jacobs, Donnie Law, Bryson Manor, Jerry Saglambini, Sylvester McKinney, Jimmy Washington, Sugar Bear Favors, just to name a few. Our talent was deep, and we were very tightly bonded. As he said, in my first year, we won the Mid-America Bowl, and 5 players out of the 2 teams that I was on over that 2-year period went on to play in the NFL. After leaving Pratt, I followed Bob and Ed to Colorado State, where I had the privilege of being a part of the #1 passing team in the nation. After our experience at Pratt and CSU, brothers Bob and Ed went on to devote their lives to touching others through coaching and teaching, and I had a challenging 6 years, as you heard, in the NFL. As I look back over my life, it seems as though each new experience that I had builds on the previous one. And it all started in my days here as a fighting Beaver. Through my sports experience, I learned about the importance of dedication, sacrifice, and brotherhood. I believe this was God's hand moving me toward the career I was born to do, and that was to be a firefighter paramedic. I spent the next 30 years doing what I believe was my life's calling, and that was helping others. My experience in the fire department gave me a new perspective on life, because every call I attended, I saw the thin line that we walk each day between life and death. In closing, I once again want to thank you for this honor, and I want to thank the community for all the contributions that they've made to all of our lives. Thank you.